Hi everyone, Lisa Haven here. Well, the attacks and censorship against conservatives and Christians and Republicans is intensifying. In fact, I've got 3 separate things that I want to show you guys today. The first one being Twitter is changing their terms of service this coming January, and included in that terms of service is a full admission of shadow banning. Yes, you heard me right. Twitter has actually admitted it. Now, they don't say who they're going to shadow ban, but we already know who the who is based off their history. The second thing that I want to talk about is Matt Drudge. There's been a lot of rumors and information about Matt. Now, I've been following Matt Drudge for quite a long time, and these past couple of months has shown that he's gone somewhat left and on full-fledged attack of the President of the United States of America. So I don't listen to Drudge anymore, but I've got some answers on what may have happened. And third and final, I want to show you there is a big movement against vaccination, people who believe in not vaccinating their children. Now there is a representative, a rhino, a fake Republican strategist who's basically calling for our mass arrest and roundups and that our children should be taken away. Yes, that is the case. Well, let's first dive in to what's going on with Twitter. But before I do, I want to give a quick shout out to Restricted Republic. If you guys have not signed up on Restricted Republic, this is where Justice Knight and I are sharing uncensored content. With all of the censorship, this has caused many YouTubers to move over, which is why myself and Justice Knight have done this. But here are just some of the latest videos we have. And you know what? If you want to sign up right now, we've got a 30-day free trial using the code CHRISTMAS. So it's absolutely free. There's no contract for the first 30 days. You can get in there, and if you decide to continue, that's up to you. So go to restrictedrepublic.com and check that out. All right, so on to Twitter. Let me show you this first report on RT.com. So shadow banning written into Twitter's new terms of service may limit the visibility of some users. Basically, what Twitter is doing here is saying, hey, if we don't like your content because it's too political in nature or it's clickbait, like Facebook likes to call it, we're not going to be showing it. We're going to limit the amount that it's able to be seen. This is called shadow banning, something that I have been talking about for, well, the past 2 years on my channel. Now, here's actually what it says in the terms of service, and I've tweeted on this. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you should. I'm on there. But here's what it actually says. I'm going to blow this up, and this is going to be revised January 1st. So our service evolves constantly. As such, the service may change from time to time at our discretion. We may stop permanently or temporarily providing the service or any features within to you or users generally. We also retain the right to create limits on and use or storage at our own sole discretion at any time. We may also remove or refuse to distribute any content on the services, limit distribution or visibility of any content on the service, suspend or terminate users, or reclaim usernames without liability to you. But don't worry, the change only applies to users who live outside the European Union or European Economic Area. This includes all users in the United States, just to clarify. So there's your Twitter's new terms of service. In other words, we're going to start limiting the President of the United States because we don't like his tweets, and not to mention all you conservatives on the platform and you Christians and Republicans. But never fear, if you're a leftist radical Democrat, then you will continue to thrive. This is basically what is happening on Twitter. This should be a red flag, a red alarm. We should be sounding the alarm. Why is America even allowing this to happen is beyond me. But this is a direct attack on our First Amendment right. But you know what? These attacks are no longer just sticking to Twitter and Facebook and Google and YouTube. They're starting to spread to alternative media giants who I believe we're going to start in the very near future losing some of those giants who basically sell out or leave or exit the business because of all the censorship. Case in front, Matt Drudge. Now, I'm not saying he's done that at this time, but what I'm saying is we're going to start losing a lot of big names because of the amount of attacks. There's not enough people in America speaking against this. So this is causing, I believe, many media personnel to go out, exit the business, so to speak. So let me show you this. I know a lot of people have brought to my attention, as well as myself, because I followed Matt Drudge for years, the fact that he's going left. He's starting to attack the president. Well, I found this article on BuzzFeedNews.com, and it was published August 15th. So around the same time that Drudge started changing is when this article was published. Matt Drudge has barely changed anything about the Drudge Report in the last 20 years. This summer, he upended its advertising business. A change to the secretive publisher's business has revealed new details about his operation and is attracting scrutiny from the ad industry. What is it that he has actually done? Now, Drudge has quietly flipped the switch on perhaps the biggest change he's ever made. He's ditched his long-term advertiser partner for a new representative, in the process revealing new details about his business and attracting scrutiny of how his site operates. Now, it goes on to talk about the reclusive publisher does not disclose revenue figures, but basically gets into some of the figures. And then it says, in a surprising turn, Drudge Report removed ads between the end of May, mid-July, according to Danny Rogers, the co-founder of Global Disinformation Index, a project that analyzes domains, basically puts reports, but it says during that period, Drudge cast off his advertising representative of close of 20 years, Intermarkets, got rid of them in favor of a new and unknown company called Granite Cube. So according to BuzzFeed, which isn't the most reliable because it is mainstream media, they are saying that Drudge Report changed his advertiser from Intermarkets to Granite Cube. Now, it's possible that Granite Cube is forcing Matt Drudge to print more leftist articles in order to put their advertisements up. Could that be the case? Yes. Is that the case? I have no idea. I'm just telling you the different things that may have happened. Now, here's another report. Now, this one gives a little bit different turn on it, but it's on PJ Media. This was published December 8th. Now, this is after all the speculation, but what's going on with Drudge? Rasmussen is claiming something a little different, that Matt's not there anymore. Word is he sold the company. So we have BuzzFeed saying he changed his advertisers. We have Rasmussen now saying that he sold the company. Let me show you the clip that they reference in this article on Rasmussen, and it's here, and it says, Citizen Free Press put out this tweet. Citizen Free Press is the new Drudge Report run by former Lou Dobbs producer. You're getting competition from everywhere, Matt. 15 million page views last month and growing, right? And here's what Rasmussen had to say. We don't think Matt is there anymore. They don't think. Word is he sold it. Just waiting for confirmation. Now that will be the story, right? So here is Rasmussen saying, no, we think Matt Drudge sold his company. Now, one other thing I want to show you that could be along that same lines is this, is on the Drudge Report's Twitter page, which caused a lot of ruckus, so to speak. Now, I don't believe that this is their main Twitter page. It could be, I believe it might even be run by someone outside of Drudge, but it's one of the main ones. And it says here, the Drudge Report was, keyword was, a US-based news aggregation website run by Matt Drudge. So was as in past tense. This has literally sent the internet into a tizzy, questioning what really happened to Drudge. And at this point, we have no information. Now, I know InfoWars put up an article, and it's called Drudge Sells Drudge Report. Now, there's a whole video. If you guys want to listen to it, you can here. I'll leave a link below. But basically, in a nutshell, InfoWars, PJ Media seems to lean on the fact that Drudge has sold the company. While over here on BuzzFeed, not saying that BuzzFeed is correct, they're saying that the advertisers have been changed. Either way, I guess the ultimate deciding factor on what really happened to Drudge is up to you guys. And the truth is, we haven't heard anything from Matt Drudge himself. But it goes to prove my point that there is a lot of pressure on alternative media. This is why I encourage you guys to please support your alternative media, like your Steven Crowders, myself, and Michael Savage, Michael Schneider, InfoWars, and get on these alternative platforms, because there's so much pressure to either sell the company like Matt Drudge has possibly done, or get out of it, because there's there is so much pressure and censorship against conservatives that there are a lot of conservatives jumping ship, and it's unfortunate, and I don't agree with that, but that is the unfortunate area that we have arrived in. In addition to that, there's also fake Republicans, if you will, calling for the mass roundups of Republicans or people who are against anti-vaccination. And I want to just show you this because it was such a shocker, and I know it's kind of a side tangent from where I was, but here's Rick Wilson. He is a Republican strategist, not so Republican, but anti-vaxxers are the scourge and a strong argument for re-education camps. An immediate seizure, of their property and putting their children into protective custody. Yes, you heard him right. He wants to round up people, put them in a re-education camp, take their property and their children because they don't want to vax themselves. That is the world that we live in today. So there you have it. Lots of things are happening. But as I stated in the beginning of this video, the attack and censorship on conservatives and patriots and Republicans isn't stopping. It's intensifying with every single year. We need to start voting in people who will stand against that corruption. And that's what I want to encourage you guys to do. Anyhow, please don't forget to check out the amazing special I have right now on this flashlight, patriotflashlight.com. I'm going to show this thing up close to you guys because it is literally amazing. You can see some of the lights that it has here. I think the different settings are pretty cool there, but it's solar powered. It can charge your phone. I haven't seen that before, but seeing that it's charged by the sun, basically it makes your phone, if you will, solar powered. And this is one of my favorite benefits, which is why I've bought this for a few people. But it's got all the gadgets, you know, the wire cutter, the breaks the window if you need it, amazing settings on the light itself, different settings, if you will, on that. Also the compass at the bottom, as well as a magnet. Anyhow, so check it out at patriotflashlight.com and use the code HAVEN20 to get 20% off right now this Christmas holiday season. All right, I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.